Trucksters, Fanboys, and Muskateers. Welcome to the Hoosier Cybertruck YouTube channel. An important contextual bit of information that will be important as we embark on our journey is that the family and I enjoy being in the outdoors. So much, in fact, that we have purchased a camper, a travel trailer, if you will, with every creature comfort and amenity that one would ever want. This is not the type of camping where you're in a tent, actually in the outdoors. No, sir. How dare you imply that we can rough it in the outdoors? No, sir. We need air conditioning. We need a television. We need a Blu-ray player. How are we supposed to live without Wi-Fi? In order to take our travel trailer to the destinations that we have identified, we need a capable tow vehicle. My wife has elected not to be the one to drive said tow vehicle, so by default that responsibility lays upon these broad shoulders. So with that context in mind, let's set off together on a retrospective journey on what has brought us together today. I've observed our Savior and his companies from a safe distance for some time, appreciating the technology, performance, and quirkiness, especially of his automobile company. I've even read the man's biography, okay? So when the Cybertruck announcement came along, I was eager to see what they had done. And after watching the Cybertruck announcement, I was indeed asking myself, what have they done? I, like many, thought that the Cybertruck was the ugliest vehicle I've ever seen. But the day after, as you'll recall, the focus by the media was on the failed durability test of the armored glass. While we could argue that this was an accident or an ingenious PR social media campaign, as someone who has produced many live events, my reaction was that of abject horror. In fact, that day I sent a clip of Franz hurling the steel balls into the Cybertruck's armored glass to the president of the company that I work for, pleading him to please never ask us to do a durability test on stage, to which he replied, "That truck is ugly as shit." And that's a true story. After the unveiling, I guess you could say I was disappointed. This was what I had been waiting for. This was my chance to be able to drive a Tesla, finally. But Elon, you messed it up, man. Why'd you have to go do all the crazy angles and do something totally stupid? This was it, man. This was our chance to have something, Elon. You messed it up, dude. So I went on my way, not thinking about the Cybertruck anymore. I was hurt. But the thing is, I kept thinking about it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It's crazy, stupid angles, all the capabilities it had. I was gonna pay as much for the Cybertruck as I was for a new Tundra or an F-150. But each time I saw pictures of the unveiling from different angles, I was like, well, that actually doesn't look that bad. Kind of reminds me of my 80s Countach obsession. But then I'd see the picture and be like, oh God, no. I can't. People are gonna make fun of me because I'm driving this thing. I've got a reputation. People think I'm cool. They see me in this crazy looking thing. They're gonna think I'm an idiot. Especially pulling up to the campground with Jim Bob, Billy, Susie. They're gonna point and laugh at me and my family. I can't do this. So finally, I've convinced myself, okay, I'm getting the Cybertruck. It's got everything we need. It's right in the sweet spot. Dual motor, full self-driving. This is gonna be the last truck we ever buy. And I still think that that's the case. That's my hope. So now the next task in our journey is to convince my wife. Okay, for those who have a significant other, you know where this is going to go. You gotta think through, the negotiations, things that you've given up in the past, things that they've done for you. You're thinking, okay, what's gonna be my angle? How am I going to convince my wife that this frickin' thing doesn't even look like a truck, who knows what the hell it is a good investment for our family, and one that's going to be a part of our lives for the next 20, 30 years. Now, I won't go into all the details of the negotiations, the strategies that I chose, but I will say that the $100 fully refundable fee did play a factor in my wife's decision to say yes. So all of this back and forth negotiations with myself and then with my wife took around 4 weeks. It was a Sunday afternoon, December 26th. We sat down as a family and made our reservation. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Place order.
Card declined.
Order is complete.
Yay! We're officially getting one.
So that's my crazy Cybertruck story. There are many like it, but this one is mine. To be honest, since that time, I haven't really thought a lot about Cybertruck in the past year. There's been a lot going on in 2020, needless to say, to occupy my mind space. However, more recently, I have come across on YouTube some really talented content creators, people who are very smart, that have gotten my interest piqued again in the Cybertruck and Tesla in general. And so I thought, I've got the equipment, I've got a little bit of time, I may start my own Cybertruck YouTube channel, see how it goes. With that being said, I think there are some foundational things that are important for you, the audience, to know about me and what to expect with the channel. First and foremost, I am not an expert in anything in life. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an automobile manufacturer. I'm not a scientist. I don't know much about batteries, relationships, love. So don't come to this channel expecting insights into any of those things. So that was way longer than I wanted it to be, but now that that's out of the way, we've got some announcements coming up in the next month or so. I've got some ideas for some videos that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. So I think that'll probably wrap it up for our first video. I'll see you truckers later.